Welcome traders, welcome back to another live trading session for first day of trading week on Monday 2026 2nd of March. This is a significantly important day in terms of many factors that we will be discussing in this live session here. Beginning with we will be looking at the market. We are looking at gold here, and we will be looking at the market from three important analysis perspective. We are going to look at technical analysis, fundamental analysis, as well as the sentiment analysis to see that overall how the market is going to do as with the progression with this significantly trending market at the moment. Now, if you looked at the previous analysis that I have made during the weekly forex forecast and as well as the previous daily analysis where we discussed about the potential for gold to, if you look at here, and this is, if you look at, there is a gap open here, and with this gap open the market has created this if you look at, there is a significant gap open with a long bullish engulfer. This is the daily chart that you can see. After the Friday's daily candle close, the market has created this significantly bullish market structure here, and that bull market, if you look at here, has done that the price action may continue to rise up further. We see that on gold the market opened with a gap, and also with WTI. How was your trading experience today, guys? Today is very different, right? And do you have a calendar to look at? So today also coming later, ISM manufacturing PMI, which will be a couple of hours later, and with that news also there will be some kind of volatility along with some recent event going on here. And you guys see that all this on the list. The market is crazy at the moment, and potentially there is a predictable trading opportunity that you can see in the market, right? Let's look at the daily. It's a gap open and is still maintaining that uptrend on gold. Are you bullish or bearish on gold? So there is a flow in the liquid gold market now at the moment, right? Along with also DXY. Now, first of all, I would like to address this point here. You guys look at DXY bullish, gap open, upside. Gold bullish, gap open, upside. Now, this is what I have also predicted. That means we discussed in our previous analysis as well as in the weekly forex forecast. And we discussed that this happened really. Now this is happening. There is something rare, right? What is that rare thing happening? Why does the gold and DXY moving in the same direction? What does that mean also, moving in the same direction, right? So let's understand that. What does that mean? And moving in the same direction. This is USD, this is XAUUSD, like that. Now, gold and DXY moving same direction. Usually if DXY going up, gold is going to be going down, right? Now DXY and gold moving in the same direction means that both of them is being flooded with a lot of liquidity. Gold target what? This is what we are looking at. Thank you very much. We are first doing the analysis and then we will be looking at the potential entry. All right, so looking at here, that if you look at gold now in a bullish trend, right, and this is the gold chart here in this area. So with this XAUUSD trend, right, and now to go up, that means for gold to go up along with DXY, there has to be significant volume on XAU that exceeds the dollar volume. So what is happening here, that if you look at DXY, is gap open, back-to-back 2 sessions was significantly upside. Now this session on a pullback here in that area. Now with this market in a pullback that you can see here in that area, this is DXY, and gold also in a upside bias that you can see. Therefore, as both of them moving in the same directionally upside here, we are looking to see that the market to potentially remain bullish. And with the current situation that you can see with the geopolitical tension, you guys having the tension here, see that there's something happening that has also significantly impacted the market now, and we see that increased move in the market. Now in that increased move, okay, so with this increased move that you can see on XAUUSD, from this support level, slowly it's building back to the upside here. Therefore, this market that we are looking at for potential entry. Now what is going up is likely to go up. That's the law of trading, right? So therefore, as the market is going up, we are looking for an entry in the direction of the trend with the current upside bias here. And how the price action, that means that candlestick pattern is closing, will determine if the market is eventually, if you look at how the candlestick pattern closing is important, and if you see the market the candle close here, we will be looking for that bias back to the upside here in that market. And because there is, if you look at from this high here, with this drop back below to this support level here, we are looking at the market to eventually trend back to the upside here in that market, which is now, because already the market has created a long-term uptrend. Now the price on the support level, that is what I'm looking at traders here, a possible buy opportunity. Are you guys ready for an entry? If you're ready, say yes in the live chat, and make sure you use a risk manager tool. And we do open quite a few positions almost every single day, and we have a very incredible high win rate. Doesn't mean that there won't be a losing trade, but if you are ready, make sure 2 things. One is a risk manager tool. Secondly, sit tight, keep a proper trading journal so that you can record your trades, and we can see here some kind of market structure forming that could push that market eventually back up here. All right, so this is what we are looking at the moment, and I will be looking for a short-term move here, traders, because as the market is it's creating its momentum, you want to take that momentum as soon as it appears as a trade in the market. So if you look at here the lower time frame, from this high forming a triple top, that you can see the market has broken back below, and with that break below, with this forming the triple top, the market could eventually bounce back to the upside. This is what we are looking at this market here in that area. And as I'm looking at also for a potential entry, so far in this area you can see the narrow consolidation has formed, and with the narrow consolidation, they're looking for the price action to reverse back to the upside as soon as it shows up any entry confirmation here in this market. So you're looking at here from the 1 hour as well. If you look at the candle is closing in that area, there is, if you look at off this level, it's on a 1 2 3, now the 4th hour on a pullback. Now this pullback might deepen at this level here, if you look at, which is the previous resistance turn support, or it might cross this candlestick pattern. And we are looking to see the market to come back to a potentially a buy area. And okay, so we are looking at this area where there is a potential for buy, not this buy. Okay, we are looking to buy. And by the way, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you like this stream. Ready for entry. Simple analysis, sentiment bullish, technical bullish, fundamental bullish. You are looking for an uptrending entry as soon as it appears in the market. The rest is patience, is what we need as a trader, right? As soon as it appears, we'll be looking at that entry. Now here with this drop, that what I think the market may start to bounce off this level, but I don't want to enter too early. We want to see that stronger liquidity sweep of this support level here before we look for the entry, so that we can have a decent number of pip that we can target here in that market. All right, so looking at that, for the market to show us that entry. Getting a little loud, or the volume is okay, not in the market, but the music. Let me know if it is loud or you want some loud volume here. Okay, so looking to see that entry. Welcome. We see that there is a sideways movement in that area. And the sideways movement that you can see, the market may break below and then could reverse back again to the upside here in that area. And we see that 1 hour candle close as well. Okay, so we are at the point of this analysis here, and if you look at also the overall volatility, that gold here today is very volatile, and with the during this situation, usually what happened, the market might go very crazy. And if you look at that, the price is also approaching a new all-time high, right? So it's almost nearing to 5594, which might take that market well above. And now for us to be able to enter here, that we want to see the market to coming well below before it gives us that entry. As you can see, it formed a head and shoulder that you can see here. Okay, so head, left shoulder and the right shoulder, and the market is eventually breaking off that head and shoulder. You can see the market is slowly breaking from that head and shoulder, and with that break from that head and shoulder, the price may come well below, back below to this level here. So also looking at a pool here, that I'm posting a pool as we do almost every single day with the for potential the market movement. If you look at, we are on the first day of the trading week, and first day is always important because this is where you will be able to see. There is saying that you can see the day by, you can predict the day by looking at the morning. It's just a saying, but this is how it is. Monday will tell you a lot about the throughout the week. Either you are trading gold, DXY, dollar index, dollar yen, or Nasdaq, BTC USD is almost the same. What do you see today? Today is the first day of trading week, right? And by looking at that, you can have a very clear direction about the trend. And that's what we need, right? Now, if you look at here on XAUUSD, that you can see the market has shown that directional bias here, which is key to look at. And because the market is in this directionally first day of trading week has shown that there might be a bigger move, so we are only looking at bullish trading opportunity. We are looking at the bullish trading opportunity, and that's all we want to see in this week and potentially remaining throughout the week. So I'm starting a pool. It's significant because 95% of the time pool results came out to be correct. So don't miss out to just press that a vote here. What is your bias today on gold? So I have shared sharing a poll. Okay, so that will give us a bit more clear understanding of most of the members what you think. So Rajkumar, where are you looking gold ahead today, bullish or bearish? Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at gold today. We are seeing that this is significantly uptrending market structure. So we are looking at here that the market to give us a buying opportunity that you can see, and here is the market is coming to that. If you look at the lower time frame price action, showing up to be bullish, and we are looking at this market to give us that entry opportunity here in that market. This is a support level. From here we see there is a bullish bias coming up here, and we are looking at this market to give us that entry. So here the consolidation, right? With this break below, consolidation, and you want to see the market test at the low and then reverse back again for us to be able to buy this market. And okay, so here in this area, this is currently lower time frame, a downtrending market structure that you can see here in that area. Okay, so here getting some kind of rejection of this level, and we have just seen a candle close on the 1 hour, and that candle close on the 1 hour now might create a new upside or new downside. We saw that back-to-back 4 hours of pullback. Are we going to see a new 1 hour bullish candle, or you will see that further bearish move here? For us to be able to look for buy, we want to, the way the market structure form, there is still possibility for a little more downside here in that market. And because there is still possibility for a little more downside here in that market, we could see that this market to a bit deep and further back below before it bounce back to the upside here in that market. Welcome back to this live session, traders. I hope that you're enjoying, and make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. We are looking for an entry as soon as it appears here in that area. It's gonna be a really good move here, and I'm looking for that entry opportunity as soon as we can see the potential entry back here in that level. And here is, if you look at the 4-hour perspective, the previous session formed a very narrow doji. The market might range in that a bit more time, but what I think that there is a higher chance for a little deeper pullback here before it eventually started to trend back to the upside in this market. Here's the support level. The market is slowly building its momentum back to the upside, and we are looking at this market to continue to rise back here to create a new higher high. So we see that slowly from this support level, it's breaking back to the upside. We are looking at an entry from deep. We see there is a breakout, but I don't think still the market is fully ready for a bigger move back to the upside, but there could be. If it does, then you will be looking at an entry along the way. The key here is to enter in the direction of the trend, because we are a trend trader, right? And also we are a sentiment trader. What is the sentiment currently in the market? I see that some traders have cast a vote almost, and so 67% is bullish. So this is sentiment, right? The sentiment is very important because the market trades based on emotion. Traders are emotional because we are human, right? All of them have emotion, and that's why, guys, this is what makes a big difference, right? Have you visited the website for us to eliminate the emotion? Now I'm trading with my, with many of the members in the academy. We are trading with the system that assist us to eliminate emotion, because in trading this is one of the biggest struggle that I face all the way my whole trading life, and that's why I created this automated robotic trading system. If you look at it's now 2026, right? It's time to upgrade yourself, traders. If you're not there, you can find link below this video. Visit the website. You'll see that how incredible trading system that we have currently, that every trade that I open also can be fully automated using a simple but effective robotic trading system. You can find link below this video. Visit the website, check out all the most advanced robot that we have at the moment in the academy that is trading every single day. So you can see some vote, 71% traders were thinking this is going to be bullish. Now here is what you can see, the market is maintaining that uptrend, and you can see that of this consolidation in that area has broken back to the upside now, and we want to see that pullback and then trading in that direction of the major trend. Trading is fun, isn't it? It's simple. When you know that, how it is done. There are two parts in trading now. Okay? Don't misunderstand that hedging robot possible for. Yes. Okay, so if you look at traders, if you look at here, what do you see? Two part in trading. there are some very, I would say that a lot of primitive questions that I would say primitive is because they're very fundamental. But no one is going to answer this question to you. And everyone has that question, right? Let me tell you what it is. You see that let's say the first question comes that if a trader makes money in trading, then why he needs to sell his service, right? This question I got a lot in the past year also. These are very, very foundational questions. Another question might come is, if you can automate a system, then why should you need to learn trading? They are very, very valid, and everyone think in terms of that, right? So both need it. If you're really want to be a trader, let me tell you why. Even if a trader is profitable, making money still, let me tell you, if a trader only trade, you'll see that only trade is very hard. These are raw truth. You'll see that hundreds of traders trade. If you are trading alone, because one of the biggest struggle for each trader is that it's a very, first of all, it's a very, very boring, and you have to be on your own, because trading is very alienated. If you it's very difficult to find a partner that you can trade with, right? Unless you are trading on a bank or institution, it's very unusual. But as a retail trader, you might be finding a friend online in most cases on a group settings. Thank you very much. Evelyn Roberts working 100%. It's 2026. Robot is not, it's not something, any kind of, the way we think. It's not that is. It's just the same strategy you are trading, but now automated, so that it can trade when I'm at sleep or at work, right? For the members. It's now, like, there was a time when you had to quit everything to become a trader. I had to do that. But now, you don't have to quit anything to become a trader. Instead, you can gain that freedom by being a trader, because you can have an agent to trade for you. Okay, so that agent is now available for you to trade for you, right? So this is in this time here. Now, if you look at, can I get trade? Okay, so now if we look at, okay, that is my opinion, that's fine, everyone has. I really respect your opinion, of course, everyone has their opinion. What, the robot that we are running, okay, I have members, I'm not alone, I have members, premium members, we are running together, okay, so that's, I know that there's a lot of shade out, but the thing is that I'm trading here for years. If you guys looked at to my channel, you'll find live trading session years in 2021, 2022, years earlier. So I'm a very experienced trader, and in the beginning of my trading career, first of all, we developed the robot, right? And it's upgraded over and over again. However, the thing is that what you need to look at here, traders, is understanding actually what it is. Misunderstanding can cause a lot of confusion. So if you look at here, for example, usually when we enter a trade, what do? We look for this support, right? We look for this support here, okay? And this is support, for example, and if it straight drop back to that support with a bigger ATR, hitting that support, hitting the order block, rejecting, we are entering the trade manually, putting stop loss here, take profit here. So robot means that I'm deploying an agent here telling, okay, if the market hit that level with a bigger ATR candle, all right, then open a trade, keep a stop loss here, take profit here. Along the way, you can trade like that. So that's the simplest way to understand. It's just a program, right? Now, if you look at that on here, in terms of learning, okay, you can eliminate learning from your trading. It's the foundational part of becoming a trader. Okay, so you can see the market is breaking below here in that area, coming to that support, and you're looking at from this level to bounce back to the upside here in that market. Thank you very much. And you can see from this high here, the market is coming back below here in that area. All right. So now with that, as we discussed that, if a trader, why? Because if you are trading full time, I'm not sure how many of you are full-time trader. Can you let me know if you are a full-time trader? Are you a full-time trader? So if you're a full-time trader, it's very hard to trade alone full-time, right? In your trading desk, it's very difficult. So being a full-time trader means that actually you build a community, you engage with it, and then you do something else as well along with trading, and that makes a full-time trader. Okay, that is full-time trading, because you can't always sit on the trading desk. Thank you very much for letting me know. Anyone else here trading full-time? So full-time trading means that you won't be able to trade full-time all the time, right? Because trading is very, very important. So you have to have some other kind of engagement to be a full-time trader. Okay, here is the market is now dropping down, so you'll be looking at that entry of this level we are looking at in this area. Now, along with becoming a full-time trader, also you can develop trading tools, or you can use trading tools to enhance your trading to the next level. It's a long-term you have to look at the long-term probability of becoming a successful trader. This is I'm looking at in this area as NY session coming. Okay, so waiting for the price to drop down further back below, we might be able to find an entry after break of this low here. Okay, so in this area, if you look at with this consolidation pattern here, that looking at this market to eventually break to the upside here in that area, and once the market has shown enough confirmation, we will be looking at this entry here in this market. And the key here that we are looking at to trade in the major direction of the trend, and that's where all the things come into the play. All right, so we are looking at a break of this support for us to be able to look for buy, and a little drop in volatility. But because of the, as we have discussed, there is a lot going on the market that has given an unusual All right, so we see slowly the market trying to break that high here, which may take the price back to the upside. If you look at with this inverted head and shoulder, and with this inverted head and shoulder, looking for this market to eventually break that high here. And with this movement that you can see the market, if we see the price has grabbed that enough liquidity, this is what we want to enter as soon as we can see suitable price action confirmation here in that area. And that's the key, to look at an entry after the price action confirmation. With this upside here, initial move followed by this pullback, and we can expect another move here after this deeper pullback that we are looking for this market to break, grab liquidity, and then to continue to trend back to the upside here in that market. A little sideways. Now, from this support, we see there is a bullish bias coming in. The market left a significant imbalance in that direction that you can see. Therefore, the chances for the price to break back to the upside is higher. And with that break back to the upside, you will be looking at that entry here in this market. Here's the key support level. This is the trend line, the current lower time frame trend line here, and looking at this trend line to break below. So, and if the market breaks this trend line, all right, so if the market breaks this trend line here, we will be looking for that entry back to the upside here in this market. All right, guys, ready for an entry? Have you opened any transactions, and what is your bias? Okay, so no, we haven't opened any trade yet, but the bias here that we are looking at, we see bullish bias, but we are waiting for a break of structure. Looks pretty interesting. There's a lot going on, so the market might get like really we might see a big jump here. Do you think so? And I think there might be a potential jump here, and along with also we can see there is a really big move here on WTI. We just keep pushing back to the upside here on WTI. If you look at market just crossed this the previous session, there was a doji, crossed that low, now showing back to the upside. Along with also the DXY this is a really big response of the fear and greed sentiment. So with DXY, that you can see the market is in fact here showing that there is an upside, and we can see that on gold also moving the same direction. This is the really interesting thing that we are looking at today. I'm deleting those levels again because the market structure changes. So here is, if you look at here, the market dropped to that and breaking back to the upside, leaving a significant imbalance here in that market. This is the resistance line with the market now. The higher chance that this is the 50 minutes price action could eventually break back to the upside here. And I'll get into the trade as soon as you can see. There's an arrow doji, which is an order block, and I'm preparing for an entry, and I'm going I'm going here long trade. All right, so with a very tight stop loss here for this potential breakout, and we will be targeting here for this imbalance in the market to this level. All right, traders, and make sure that you are of course doing a full risk management here. The stop loss that I'm placing at 5383.90, and we'll be setting the primary TP at 5410.95 with a very smaller risk, as I take very small risk. For this trade I have a different strategy. Some strategy I have a little higher risk. Here I'm looking at for a potential breakout of this level here. All right, cool. So I've also shared the same trade. There is a break below, and there might be some liquidity sweep here. I was expecting to break. If it breaks above, if it drops down below, we will be looking for further recovery trade. I am still expecting to bounce back here. It's moved back to the upside here and looking for a possible break here, and this is what we are looking at. So it start to break above. We are looking for the potential further bounce back to the upside here in that market. Okay, we are entering into the profit area now. Getting some peep up. All right, so you see the market start to bounce back to the upside here. And cool, waiting for potential entry. I'm in profit now at the moment, if you guys look at. So here there's an imbalance to the upside here, and you wanna see as there's a session open coming, so you might see that potential session volume, and that's what you want to see, that in this movement to come with the session volume and then to enter with this session volume. Look, this is where you can see the market slowly building its momentum back to the upside. And I really want to see that there is a new higher high. Do you think that it's gonna push back to the upside here to create a new higher high? Now, with this, it just penetrated back above. We want to see that the market is breaking back to the upside. That will give us an opportunity here, right? Preparing for, I'm still holding on at entry. Excited to see it's breaking back to the upside. Now we are at nearly at the level of the entry here. You see breaking back to the upside. So there is a narrow dodges here in this area. We're looking to see the market to eventually break back to the upside, and now it's getting some kind of liquidity sweep in that area. Now if the market breaks this high here, we'll be able to take some peep in this available. awesome. You see some long wick candle is being created in that area, which is a good sign for us to see. Here's a head and shoulder and trying to break below, and now this is a trend line that you can see on this lower time frame, and see how far it's going. Getting some liquidity sweep here in this area from the 30 minutes. If this time the market breaks above that, you can see it dropped to that support. We're looking for significantly an upside bias here. Breaking above can give us a suitable price action confirmation here in that area. And nearly to candle close on the 5-minute chart. Pretty bigger account here that you can see, and here's the move. This is a bit of false breakout that you can see at the moment with a bigger candlestick pattern. I'm still looking to see the market to move that back to the upside. It just has broken the trend line here in that area. there is a false breakout now that might come to potentially retest here. If it eventually break that low from this support, we will be looking to enter again as a recovery trade. Let's see that how far it is coming down here, which is really the market still can bounce off this level. Alright, so here is a narrower candlestick pattern. Still this is still a double bottom, and still there is a possibility for going back to the upside. I'm not moving the stop loss. If the market breaks below here, then we will be looking for entry from probably we'll see the break of this 10 exponential moving average on the 1 hour, and could reverse of this level. There is a large fair value gap here that you can see in this area, and if the market bounce off this level, then we can expect a new higher high here in that zone. So depending on how we'll be able to see, we'll be looking at that entry here in this market. We can see that a bounce of this level, it's trying to create back to the upside that you can see, and I want to see that the market is really breaking back to the upside here in that area. Awesome, it's pushing here back to the upside in that zone. Okay, so we crossed our profit area, and now we a very high chance the market will potentially go back to the upside. I'm fully holding on to the trade. Say yes if you are holding on to this trade with me. Okay, so we can see the market. Yeah, that's what you can see. Alright guys, so we are looking to see the market is now approaching off that. I had a little bit of interruption. Okay, thank you very much. A little disruption, but we're back on track. Here is we are looking at the market. In the trade is on, and there's an imbalance in the market, and looking to see that a bit upside here. And can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? A little disruption. I hope that you guys can hear me now. Are you running the trade with me? So it's running now with nearly to 48 pip. I'm still holding on to that, and I'm still expecting it to bounce back to the upside. Can you confirm that you can hear me? Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. So here we can see the market is trending here in that area, right? So with that trend, we are looking at this market to eventually move back to the upside. All right, so we are looking at for potential further upside. As soon as I close, also I'm going to share here the update. Awesome, thank you very much. And it's crossing back to the upside here, guys. This is a massive one here of this. Now I'm running 110 pip profit running here, and with that 110 pip I'm happy to close it right now here. All right, so closing it, I think it's now nearly to 115 pip. I've taken the profit and also shared the premium group, the update. Awesome. That's a massive one, right? So yes, is this massive one? I just entered through. Thank you very much. So it's a session breakout. Is this massive one? That's cool. Nice one. Yes. It's almost there, moving in that direction. Still moving in that direction. That's cool. Profit taken here. Now it's time to trade, guys. This is what we are looking at here. And here's the move. Thank you. All right. I'm watching for another one potentially to see if the next one is coming on the way. It straight drop back. We are out with the trade now. Right? So straight drop and we are out with the trade and looking for further entry as soon as it appears for us to be able to see potential entry. And Okay, so here in this area now, at the moment we see that the market has shown a significant move in that area, and now it rejected off this key level now that you can see. If you look at the 50 minutes, it's a big move that you can see from this 1 hour support, and from this support the market has moved back to the upside. In that area here, from this support, the market is maintaining its uptrend here in that area and looking for this price action to show up that potential move in that area. Okay, so now you can see this is a big move now back below. So that might be another liquidity sweep here, and looking to see that if you look at the 4 hour, and I'm deleting now this level here, as the market drop to that support here, we are looking for the market to retest and then to return again back above. So if we see the prices drop down further below, we will be looking at now for another entry in that area. It's on a crucial level now at the moment, we can see, and All right, so here is what you can see in this area, that the market entirely has broken below, which what I think the price has potentially grabbed the liquidity, and with this liquidity grab, it has probably has created an entry opportunity here in that market. So here is that you can see the price action, and we are looking at in this area for a potential entry back towards the upside here in that area. All right, so looking at the potential further entry, as the market is pretty volatile. If you guys look at that, there is a significant fundamental as well as the technical aspect that you can see in this market, right? So this is where which broker use. Okay, so you guys can find nice, thank you very much. You can find link below this video for the broker that I'm using, and also you can visit the website currently to access all my strategies as well as all the trading tools that I'm using, the system that I'm using currently displayed on the website. You can find link below this video, so don't miss out that part that you can see here. So now we are almost starting a big session, NY session, right? The candles becoming bigger. That means there is still probability for further move here that coming up. All right, so ready for a really big move coming up. Which broker? Okay, so you got it that. And now I'm looking for, if you look at the market has tested the low shadow and reverted back to the upside. This is the 1 hour market structure and also the lower time frame. As later today we will be also looking at the calendar. If you look at, here is later today coming up also ISM manufacturing PMI, which is very high impact news. We are looking at some entry in that area. So therefore, traders, this is just beginning of this week. Now this week gonna be very different. If you look at, and we see that already the market really printing significantly larger candles. Here you saw that there was a pullback, and that was just before the after the London session, that we have seen that a huge pullback in that market. So this pullback, in fact, a preparation for a moving back to the upside here in that market, right? So if you look at the market has tested that lower shadow, all right, and then reverse back to the upside with a bullish engulfer. Now this pullback, if you look at, this is a narrow doji, and with that narrow doji the market has crossed that low and reversed back to the upside. Now if you look at this current 30 minutes price action, this 30 minutes price action, that is showing that it is also significantly upside here. Now this is a session, there's a 15 minutes price action as well, and that's a session volume, right? 4 hour as well, showing that there is possible for a move back here in that market. And it's a session close and new session opening with the NY. And because there is a new session opening, there is a significant potential for the market to continue to rise here, as this candle that you can see 30 minutes, it's a liquidity grab. And when you see that the market grab the liquidity like that, it in fact creates a bigger opportunity for the market to bounce back up. And with the current pullback here, this consolidation was needed for another breakout. Now if you look at the current market here, we are looking at from two important perspectives here. One is the technical, that you can see it's a significantly bullish market. Now if you look at here, this multiple liquidity grab here, this kind of liquidity grab happens for a bigger move back to the upside. This is sign of another new higher high. Why? Because if you look at the lower side of this candlestick pattern, the music is too loud. Thank you very much for confirming. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it down, so don't feel free to say if it is louder, which is important to get a feedback. Now here is, if you look at, see that how the market grabbed the liquidity here once, bounce back to the upside, followed by another one, bounce back to the upside, an entirely broken full bounce back to the upside. So it formed now a V shape, right? So that's a clean V shape, and that V shape potentially to continue to trend back to the upside here in that market. Thank you very much. Welcome. Now the question is how we will be trading the next. As a trader, we are always hungry. You have to stay hungry. Not only in trading, in every aspect, you have to stay hungry, right? When you stay hungry, then you can gain more, all right? We are normally conditioned to, always ask less, stay less. Guys, don't ask less, don't stay less. Stay hungry. Because when you gain more, when you go far, when you achieve more, then you can help others, right? That's what it is. So stay hungry so that you can help others. Now, here is what you can see. The market has created that V shape, and then we are looking at the market with this pullback, they're expecting the price to go back again to the upside here. All right, so now as we are looking at this in this if you look at here, this lower time frame drop that you can see in this area, and with this lower time frame drop, all right, so this is the lower time frame market coming back to that level, and that's where you're expecting the market to eventually break back to the upside here in that area. And the chances that if you look at the 30 minutes candle closing also with a there's a long wick. Now this candle still can come down for another liquidity sweep. That is possible, but I think that the way this price action is forming, there's a higher chance for the market to go up again further back to the upside. And because it's showing that this kind of price action, it might come down for a pullback, but there is a multiple liquidity sweep, and chances for the market to continue to rise back here to the upside is very high. Now here is looking at in that area, so looking for the market to break back to the upside here, and with this multiple liquidity sweep, chances that we could see the price to create a new higher high. It's currently liquidity grab that you can see here. Higher volatility at the moment. So that 4-hour market structure that you can see, showing the market to eventually continue to rise back here. So therefore, we are looking at as the market is continuing, we will be looking for more entry. Here is now it's establishing an uptrending market structure in that area. Right? So with this uptrending market structure, chances that the price to go back again to the upside here. With a bullish engulfer, with a narrow support, with a gap open, expecting that the market to, here to create a new higher high. Therefore, with the upcoming also in 1.5 hours, we will see a news coming up, and that's crucial to look at that news as well. And with this news coming up, we will be also looking for some potential setup later. Tomorrow also there will have some speech coming from RBA, which also from JPY. There's some news on British pound US dollar, that means on GBP, followed by the day after tomorrow also ADP on 5. And this is NFP week. NFP week is always important for us, and we want to keep our winning streak on during this really volatile market situation. Make sure traders always use a lot size calculator when you are using. As you are progressing, we are with this session here, and with this movement that looking for potentially an entry, we'll be looking for again. We have successfully secured our trade at the first day of the trading week. We want to keep trading like that every single day in this live session, as well as in the premium group. If you haven't checked the website, also you can join right now. You can find link below this video for more updated information as well as education. Also, I'm posting some significantly important content in the site every single day in the channel. So here you can keep eye on the channel for all the education as well as update that I'm posting, including regular analysis as well as smaller lessons, educations that will change the way you look at the market to become a trader like a wizard. So that being said, thanks for joining here. I'm almost at the end of the session. Sometimes we extend a lot, but we have taken the first trade here. I had the previous one as well. Now I'm looking for some entry throughout the invoice session later today once it comes. And for those who have joined this trade with me, make sure you keep your profit, okay, by not over trading, by not FOMO trading, but by finding another trade setup when it appears. Thank you, and I'll see you again. Traders will trade together just after a few hours in our next live session. Ooh.